Robin Beck-Getty. Donald Trump's rhetoric has at times been described as chilling, divisive and juvenile. This week, we are seeing the extreme effects that language can have, as the US president and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un continue to engage in an escalating dialogue. Earlier this year, the lead author of a linguistics study analyzing the language of the president and 8 other candidates for the 2016 presidential race, warned that Trump's win could indicate an evolution in successful political rhetoric that would be a real risk for democracy. And that's how we've arrived at Trump pledging to use fire and fury against one of the world's most volatile nations. As Trump won the primaries and the general election, does that mean that efficient communication must be based on tweet-like rhetoric and this form will dominate the future elections, said Jacques Savoy of the University of Neuchâtel in a press release. Clearly the rhetoric evolution goes towards short messages, but does this also imply simplistic analysis and solutions? If the answer is affirmative, I see a real risk for democracy. The study, published in Digital Scholarship in the Humanities, found that Trump's simple style avoided complex vocabulary, was more repetitive and direct than his competitors, formed of short sentences and scarcely ever informative, in contrast with Trump's own infamous campaign assertion, "I know words, I have the best words." Trump campaigned use cyber to stop North Korea's nuclear weapons after analyzing the televised debates of Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton, Ted Cruz, John Kasich, Martin O'Malley, Rand Paul, Marco Rubio, Bernie Sanders, and Donald Trump. The study authors found that the lexical density, the measure of how much meaning and information there is to dialogue, was lowest for Trump. In contrast, Clinton, O'Malley, and Sanders scored highly on lexical density value and used longer sentences and longer and more complex words than was average among competitors. The top 10 most overused terms for each candidate. Jacques Savoy. Trump was also unsurprisingly the only candidate to have the word I as the second most commonly used word, after the Clinton did use I frequently as well, but the authors note this was a switch over from the more commonly used we at the early stages of a presidential race. Once Trump and Clinton became the frontrunners, the switch to I began. The world will likely be 2 degrees warmer by 2100. The study shone a light on some of the more formulaic tropes of political speech, with the word people among the top 4 most commonly used thematic words for 7 out of the 9 candidates. Trump and Clinton actually shared 3 out of 4 of their most commonly used words. One of the most interesting finds of the study was delivered by simply looking at the top 10 most specific terms used by each candidate. It's immediately clear what their campaign focuses were from these. For instance, Wall Street, wealth, class and billionaire ranked highly for Sanders. Clinton used comprehensive, senator, and affordable frequently. Bush scored with status, caliphate, and brother. Trump's words are Mexico, very, deal, and tremendous. Subscribe to Wyatt. This is far from the first time a linguistic look at Trump's soft, bizarre dialogue has been carried out. One key piece of work from Carnegie Mellon University's Language Technologies Institute (LTI) found last year that the grammar used in Trump's speeches corresponded with that of students aged 11 and under. Trump's language may have been sparsely populated with meaning and fact, according to the study authors. But let's not forget, he is also the presidential candidate that gave us bigly, the adverb form of big, the internet discovered, and braggadocious according to Dictionary Merriam-Webster, a dialectical word from 19th century America meaning arrogant, whether purposefully or not.